Have you been paying attention to the bull run that's just started? Well, it's not too late to pack your crypto bags. Bitcoin's sitting over 50K and retail's not even paying attention. Sit back and watch this video to the end if you want to learn about crypto that could change your life. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any further videos. In this video, we'll be talking about a crypto called Stacks. Stacks is a blockchain linked to Bitcoin by its consensus mechanism. Stacks enables decentralized applications and smart contracts. This consensus mechanism that spans the two chains is called proof of transfer. This enables Stacks to leverage Bitcoin's security and enables Stacks applications to use Bitcoin's state. But why use Bitcoin? Well, for its security. A transaction is nearly impossible to reverse or change once it is settled on Bitcoin. These settlement assurances are critical to the base layer of a network of decentralized apps. Settling the system on Bitcoin grants Stacks novel security properties not seen in other blockchains. It guarantees that all Stacks forks are public and helps nodes identify the canonical Stacks fork and find Stacks blocks they have not yet downloaded. Stacks can provide novel use cases for holders of Bitcoin, such as Bitcoin-backed loans, Bitcoin DeFi, or using your Bitcoin to trade NFTs. Like Bitcoin, Stacks is a decentralized network. Stacks, or STX, is the native cryptocurrency of the Stacks network. It is used to fuel smart contracts for Bitcoin, reward miners on the open Stacks network, and enables holders to earn Bitcoin by stacking. As Bitcoin flies past 50,000, we see an all-time high in the total value locked in Stacks. When you lock your Stacks to the network, you support Stacks' consensus. As a reward, you can earn up to 10% APY, paid in Bitcoin. This is called stacking, key part of Stacks' unique consensus mechanism. Proof of transfer that binds Stacks to Bitcoin for settlement. Want to know what Stacks is trading at right now? Let's check out DeFi Llama. Here we are on DeFi Llama. We can see that the price of Stacks at the time of this video, it is trading at $2.56 USD with a market cap of $3.669 billion. The fully diluted valuation of Stacks is $4.633 billion. We can also see that Stacks has a total value locked of $188.1 million USD. Now let me show you what retail's doing while you're actually doing something positive and watching this video to make life-changing gains in crypto. Don't forget to leave a comment down below and let me know what you're holding in your crypto bags. Here are the trend searches over time. We can see that the highest point that Bitcoin was searched was back in January 3rd, 2021. The price of Bitcoin at this time, $34,035.53. Now take a look at where we sit on the chart at February 11th to the 17th in 2024. This is all while Bitcoin is holding a floor around 52,000 USD. Now let's talk about the next upcoming catalyst for Stacks, the Nakamoto fork. Stacks will be undergoing a hard fork upgrade called Nakamoto, which is expected to get rolled out in about 2 months. The release of Nakamoto aims to improve transaction throughput and enhance finality guarantees for transactions, among other things. Nakamoto will coincide with the Bitcoin halving, an event that occurs every 4 years that reduces the rate at which new Bitcoins are created by 50%. The next halving is expected to occur in April. The Nakamoto fork will bring 3 primary changes to the way Stacks works. Fast blocks. The time taken for a user's submitted transaction to be mined within a block, and thus confirmed, will now take on the order of seconds instead of tens of minutes. This is achieved by separating block production from cryptographic sortitions. A winning miner may produce many blocks between 2 subsequent sortitions. Bitcoin finality. Once a transaction is confirmed, reversing it is at least as hard as reversing a Bitcoin transaction. The Stacks blockchain no longer forks on its own. And number 3, Bitcoin miner MEV resistance. This proposal alters the sortition algorithm to ensure that Bitcoin miners do not have an advantage as Stacks miners. They must spend competitive amounts of Bitcoin currency to have a chance of earning Stacks. Now let's take a look at the history of the last halving cycles and what happened to the price of Bitcoin after those events. The first halving occurred on November 28, 2012. The block reward was 50 Bitcoin and reduced to 25 Bitcoin at this time. This is the reward that is given to miners that verify transaction on the Bitcoin blockchain. The price at the time of the first halving for 1 Bitcoin, $13. The following year's peak, it reached $1,152. Bitcoin goes up, stacks will follow. The second halving occurred on July 9, 2016. The Bitcoin block reward was reduced from 25 Bitcoin to 12.5 Bitcoin. At the time of the second halving, the price of 1 Bitcoin was $664. Following the year's peak, it reached $17,760. After the second halving occurred, Bitcoin and crypto burst into the spotlight, with a wave of media criticism washing over the asset class. The altcoin and initial coin offering boom occurred during this time, bringing with it many unfortunate scams and failed crypto startups. The third halving you may be familiar with. The third halving occurred on May 11, 2020. This halving, the block reward reduction went from 12.5 to 6.25 Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin at halving number 3 was $9,734. Following the year's peak, it reached $67,549. Now that is a lot of money for a kid your age. The fourth halving is scheduled for this April. The block reward will then go from 6.25 Bitcoin to 3.125 Bitcoin. At the time of this video being recorded, you have this much time left to get your crypto bags stacked. In each of these cycles, the halving effect on the Bitcoin price was similar and displayed a pattern. A substantial rally leading up to the halving, followed by a brief correction and period of consolidation before the major bull run and blow off top. The peak occurred approximately 18 months after the halving each time. This is a highly simplified yet accurate description of the last 3 cycles. Here we can see some price predictions for Bitcoin after the halving in 2024. CoinCodex sees a Bitcoin price peak above $170,000 in August 2025 before a retracement to levels near $95,000 to $100,000. Bitquant believes there will be a new all-time high sometime during pre-halving rally, with the post-halving peak seeing prices over $250K. Popular analyst Cryptocon sees a new high of around $130,000 about 4 years after the previous high, or sometime around November 2025. Marshall Beard of Gemini threw out the $100,000 price figure given Bitcoin reaches its previous high of $69,000. Built on Bitcoin, Stacks is a layer 2 that extends Bitcoin with new functionality. Bitcoin is Stacks' secure and robust base layer where all transactions are settled, and Stacks adds complex apps and smart contracts. Stacks apps can interact with Bitcoin state, so you can have an app that uses Bitcoin as its currency. The world is converging on Bitcoin as a standard, and demand for use cases around Bitcoin is increasing. There's hundreds of billions of capital locked into Bitcoin, most of it as passive store of value. Instead of competing with Bitcoin, Stacks provides use cases for Bitcoin holders. The Stacks crypto is available on many major exchanges. I use Crypto.com. I've left a referral link for you to get $25 free for signing up to Crypto.com in the description down below if you're interested. And if you hold Stacks crypto, check out Stacking, a way to earn Bitcoin. Hold and temporarily lock Stacks, the native cryptocurrency, and you'll support the network's security and consensus. As a reward, you'll earn Bitcoin. The plan is simple. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming videos and these cryptos that could change your life if you stack them and sell them at the right times. My plan is to dollar cost average in market flush days. When retail finally figures out that there's a crypto bull run going on and they start pouring in, well, that's when I'll ladder out with gains. Till the next video, good luck out there. Thanks for watching.